Welcome to DW Design to Sell. I'm Deidra. I hope that you are having an incredible Sunday. It is Sunday evening, and as I indicated in a previous video, I want to bring you along and packing up my bag. I am going to be headed to the hospital on February 28th, which is Tuesday, to go ahead and have my surgery. This is my second surgery that I will have. There may be one additional one, but we will have to see how this one goes. The surgery that I will be having is one, the removal of my left breast. My initial surgery was the removal of my right. And although the cells are not cancerous in my left breast, there are cells there that's been identified, and for precautionary reasons, made a decision to go ahead and remove that breast as well. Not only will they be removing that breast, but we will also be going over and to complete a breast reconstruction, stumbling over my words, so please pardon me, but I will be doing a breast reconstruction. The surgery that I'm going to get done is called a DIEP flap, which is DIEP, and what they'll be taking is tissues from my stomach area, my abdomen area, fatty tissues, and they will be using that to bring to my breast, to fill my breast and complete my breast. So your girl might be having a flat stomach, hopefully. So if anything positive out of that in this whole story, it will be that. Just jokingly, I'll say that I've always wanted to have bigger breasts, but Lord knows I didn't want to have bigger breasts, due to having cancer. So certainly this is a bittersweet moment, but I'm glad that they will be able to utilize those tissues, because I did not want to have any breast implants. With breast implants, you have to get those redone every 10 years. If you're using your own tissue, you will not have to get it redone. So that's why I decided to go in that particular direction, to make sure that I don't have to go through this again. The surgery will be about 6 to 8 hours, I've been told, and so I'm getting prepared for that. So what I've done is I saw a list I had, and so I looked at that list, and in preparation, I went ahead and pull some things together to put in my suitcase. When you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at, the suitcase. I'm going to be packing this stuff up so that I won't be in any hurry. And so with that said, you'll see me constantly looking down and picking up. Before I get started, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my family that been so supportive. I really appreciate you. I love you. My very supporting husband, who was my nurse when I got my mastectomy, an awesome nurse, and will be my nurse as I go through this surgery as well. Thank you so much, honey, for all your patience with me. And I also want to give a special shout out to a friend of mine who I talked to a day or so ago, and who has gone through the experience herself. And Jada, I just want to give you a shout out and thank you so much. You did not have to take the time that you did, but you took the time out of your busy schedule to sit and talk with me, allow me to ask any questions that I may have had, and just made me feel a lot more comfortable about what I should expect and what I would be going into. And so I really appreciate you. You were very encouraging, and I love you. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I appreciate you. The other thing I want to just mention is that, yeah, I am a little nervous. I think anyone that goes into surgery pretty much goes into surgery nervous, but I'm not fearful. There are two different things, and God did not give me a spirit of fear. God has blessed me with some awesome physicians that I know will do very well and are very capable in this being a successful surgery. I did mention another surgery may occur after this one, and that is they would make that determination after they look at me. With this surgery, they'll look at me, several weeks, maybe even months down the line to see if they need to go back in and do any readjustments. But for that particular surgery, it will not be inpatient. It will be on an outpatient basis. And so, that's something that I may or may not have to do, but I've, kind of set myself up and thinking in the process that if I have to do it, I'm prepared to do it. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. I will definitely try not to keep you waiting for too long. Uh, the one thing that they do have on the list is that you do have to bring the medications that you're currently taking. So I put in the bag. Oops, wrong bag. Jeez, getting started wrong already. So I put in the bag my medications that I'm taking. I have type 2 diabetes and hypertension, which I'm planning on getting off of this stuff. I have done really, really well in getting my diabetes under control, very successful. And so I plan on getting completely off of the sauce, as I so call it. But this is what I have. The one thing they did identify in my last physical is that I am pretty high on uric acid, which is, I have gout. So now I have to take medication for gout. So I need to, figure out what needs to be done to control that and change my choices in food, of course, and that's going to help with the diabetes and any other illness that I may have. So there's my medications. I have them all with me. And then I might as well show you now, you've seen it, my little snacks. Now, I know I just mentioned hypertension, and you probably saw the sunflower seeds. Don't come for me. The sunflower seeds are good and bad. The seed inside is good for me. The salt on the shell is not. So I have to really, try to get off of that particular sauce and just eat the seed, just by the shellless sunflower seeds. That's been a little bit hard for me to do, so pray for me on that one. But I do mix it with a healthy snack, so I got several of these fruit snacks that I carry, just in case you get hungry in between the meals or whatever, or something that you don't like and you're still hungry. At least I'll have that to snack on. And then, have my chewing gum for when I'm a little nervous, or anything to take my mind off of it. Chewing gum always helps. So that's all the snacks I'm going to bring. Then I have my toiletry bag, and so in my toiletry bag I have, of course, my toothbrush, my toothpaste, you can see lotion, deodorant, things of that nature. Now, I know that I will not be able to get up from the bed immediately. I know that probably within 24 hours, I'm going to have to be walking. But until that such time, and I can't go to the bathroom, I have these Colgate Whisk, so your girl can still have some fresh breath. Then I also have my toothpaste and my toothbrush. But in the event that I can't get there, then I'll have that. Okay? And then I have, your other little stuff like the chapstick and things of that nature. Now I'm going to go through this whole bag and show you your routine toiletries and the wipes. Can't go and, get my face all washed up, then I'll have those wipes as well. All right. Okay, electronics. So I was going to bring my iPad, thought secondly about it, not good to have all those electronics at the hospital. So I'm going to just take my cell phone with me. And of course, I'm going to have my block and my cell phone charger with me. So got that, so I can wrap that up and make sure I have that so that I'll be all juiced up and can stay connected. My son, I laughingly call my cell phone my communication piece. My son laughed at me today about that. But I'm going to make sure my communication piece is handy and that I'm juiced up in case someone needs to call and check on me. All right. The other thing that I got is, hospitals are pretty busy. Of course, there's care 24/7 around the clock, and patients need the care. So there's lights that's going to be on. There's noise. So I did go ahead and I bought this lovely little mask. Now, I have an eye mask, but I thought this one was cute. And so I went ahead and bought this from Amazon. It's very soft and should block out the sun. Now, with this particular eye mask, it was supposed to come with earplugs. Unfortunately, the earplugs in the case that the earplug's supposed to be with did not come in the package. And so I was a little disappointed about that, but they did, the sellers did make it right on Amazon. They did reimburse me for this order, but I just wished I could have gotten that because it was so cute. with that said, my husband went ahead to the drugstore and got me some earplugs. Now, I have to tell you guys, I'm pretty nosy. So I probably won't wear these earplugs. I like to hear what's going on around me. But he did go and he bought these earplugs at the store for me. And I think they might want $2. So it's not going to be a huge waste. But I have them in the event that I need them. And then, of course, as you can see, I have these braids. The girl's rocking, your gray. I'm trying to embrace my gray. So to protect my hair, I have this scarf, and it's long, where the braids would be covered, and a little bonnet. So that should be pretty comfortable. Hopefully it won't be too hot, and that I would be able to have that on to protect my hair while I'm in the hospital. I'm gonna take a little sip here. That's good. What that is, it's water, but it's infused with cucumbers, lemons, mint, and strawberries. So good. So good. All right. Let's see here. The other thing that we have, probably get bored in a hospital. Yeah, there's probably going to be not probably. There's going to be a TV. But sometimes you just, want the TV on for noise factor, and then sometimes you just want to do other things. So, I went ahead and I heard so many good things about this book, but I went ahead and purchased the Cadine and DeVal Alice book, We Over Me. Hopefully you've made your purchase of this book. I've heard nothing but incredible things about it. I think it's on the bestsellers list now. And so I'm going to be reading this book. I was pleasantly surprised because as YouTubers and influencers, we're always thinking about coffee table books. And when I looked at it, of course, I wanted to see what color the hardback was. And it is aesthetically pleasing. It is white and gold. So great job there, Ellis family, for picking that color. It definitely coordinates and goes with the aesthetics of my home. And so that's an added plus. So got this book, okay? And then I got the Word Hunt. And I love doing these. They say these help with your brain and just keep your brain thinking. And so it gives you it boosts your brain power is what they say. So I don't know how true that is. I just like doing them. So got that as well. Of course, got my little handy dandy pen. My cousin actually purchased this pen for me, and it has different scenes, so you probably can't see it, but it says hope, love, courage, faith, as you go in and out and turn, do the pen. It has those encouraging words. So thank you, cousin, for that. And then if I wanted to jot down my thoughts as I have been with this journey, then I have my book. I got this from the Dollar Tree quite some time ago. As soon as I found out and I was diagnosed with cancer, I felt it very appropriate. It says, "You got this." And so I put my notes down in this book, and so I have something to write my notes down in as well. Okay. All right, moving right along. All right. So, when you're in a hospital, they're going to give you the ugly gown and, with the butt all hanging out. And your girl can't have a butt hanging out. So, of course, I purchased me a gown. And I'm not going to unfold this because it took me time to fold it. But I'll just show you. It's this gown. And what's different about this gown is that it comes with 4 drains. So for my drains, it's coming, I'm going to have drains from my stomach and from my breast area. And they fit inside of the pockets. That way, I don't have to worry about if I'm, moving, in any direction, pulling anything, and they're coming disconnected because it will be a hot mess and possibly could be painful. So got this gown. I got that from Amazon. It's very soft. It's cotton. And so I'll be having that while I'm in the hospital. And then I have this robe. Now, this robe I actually had when I had my mastectomy the first time, and I wore it home. Now, the first time I had the mastectomy, it was outpatient. This time I will be staying, I don't know if I mentioned, I will be staying a couple of days because of the extent of the surgery that I'm having. So I'll have this. I'm always cold, so if I need this to keep me warm, I can also leverage it to keep me warm. I know they're going to give me socks, you know, those little non-skid socks that they usually will give you. And so I know that I will be having those, but I also, you know, going to take me some socks with me. And of course, got to have your clean underwear. Also, too, I have 3 t-shirts. They told me that I needed 3 t-shirts. These t-shirts are cotton. And you have to cut them up the middle, up the front. So I've cut these up the front. And what happens is you put them on first, and then they put your support garment on top of it. And so I have I probably got 6 or 8 of these t-shirts, but I only cut 3 so far to have for that purpose. And then I'm going to be, you know, of course, walking around up and about. So I bought my little comfy slippers. So I'll have those when I am able to get up and walk. I will be protected and my feet will be warm. I think I only have a couple of more things, guys. We're almost finished. The other thing that I have, let me put some of this stuff out of my way. Okay. All right. The other thing that I have, and I had this also when I came from the hospital for my first mastectomy, is that I have this pillow that's protected. And what you do is, for this particular pillow, I'm going to bring it. Oops, I dropped you. I'm so sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Real life, people. Okay, so I have this pillow, and you put it right there, and it has straps. Also has pockets where you can put your drain. It has a pocket on this side, and it has pockets on this side, in the middle, and here. So, and it's very comfortable and keep you protected. So, good deal. Last thing I'm going to show you is probably the most meaningful thing of all. As you may know, my mom passed away, I think it's 3 years now. I kind of try to put it out of my mind, but my mom passed away, I think it'll be 3 years this year, actually. She passed away in 2020. So with that said, before she passed away, though, she gave my sister and I a nice blanket. And so I had that blanket out for a long time. You know, she gave it to us before she passed away, so I had it on display for a long time. But it's become even more meaningful now. One of the things that they stated is that you might want to bring a blanket because it's going to be cold there. And, you know, hospital rooms are always cold. Even though they give you those blankets that, you know, they put in the warmers, I still get cold. So I'm going to take this blanket. It is warm, and it's so fuzzy. And it's this blanket. I'm going to try to stand up and see if you can see it. Let's see. So the blanket does say stay positive. And then it has a little face. So cute. And then it has the words, even when it feels like you're falling apart. Stay positive, even when you feel you're falling apart. Thought that was very appropriate, and It's going to be with me at the hospital. It'll be just like my mom being with me. I'll cuddle up to it. I know she'll be there with me in spirit. And so I'll have that with me. I think actually that's it. Yep, that's everything. I hope that this is helpful to someone else who's now preparing to go through this surgery. If you've gone through this surgery and you think of something that I may have missed that you think would be important for me to carry on with me on this journey, then I'd appreciate it. Go ahead and mention that down in the comments below. Also, if you just want to say hello, go ahead and write those comments. I love to see those comments. I will respond to each and every one of them. I will try to come to you the day of surgery. I'll check in before I go in, and then if all goes well, we'll check in with you after I get settled into my room, just to let you know, touch bases, to let you know how I'm going. As I indicated and I promised, I would take you on this journey with me, just, in the event that this may help someone else. Again, this is something that I am a little nervous about, but I'm not fearful. I know that I will be fine. And I have people like you that have been very supportive of me. I've seen encouraging words on my videos. And if you want to go back and look at those videos, I think they're titled Cancer, Why Me? Cancer, Why Not Me? And so I have maybe 2 or 3 videos out there if you want to go through that. And I didn't want to go through the whole story, of when I was diagnosed and all of that, just for the sake of time. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, and I'll be talking with you soon. Goodbye.